everyone, welcome back. Today I have 7 genius Dollar Tree Christmas gift wrapping hacks and ideas for you, so that way you can turn your presents into something fun and personalized and maybe even a little more professional without spending a lot of money or a lot of time on it. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss out on a new video. All right, let's get into it. This first idea is super cute. I'm just gonna take some boxes that I had from Amazon. I have a longer, thinner box, and then I have a more tall square box, and then I'm going to fill it with already wrapped smaller presents and then seal those boxes up. And then I'm going to wrap each one of these boxes in some of this brown craft paper from Dollar Tree. And this paper is perfect for gift wrapping. It's heavy duty and a nicer quality, and you can customize it however you want. So I glued the smaller box on top of the longer, shorter box, and I'm going to make a reindeer. And I've seen these all over Pinterest and the internet this year. I think this is such a cute idea. For the reindeer ears, I'm going to use some, like a little headband that came from Dollar Tree, and I just cut off the antlers and the ears off of that. The antlers do have a piece of plastic in them. They aren't bendable, unfortunately, but I did break a little bit of the piece of plastic so that way I could hot glue them on the top of the head and then hot glue the ears next to those. And then for the eyes, I'm going to use these chalkboard round stickers and a chalkboard pin from Dollar Tree, and I just filled in around the outer part of the eyes and added a little highlight and just stuck them on to the box. And then for the nose, I'm using this little set I found in the kids section. It works perfectly to make it look like Rudolph. And then I just tied a scarf that I got at Dollar Tree around the neck, and I'm gonna add some bells that I got from Dollar Tree as well. I just hot glued them on to the scarf. And lastly, my reindeer needs a little tail, so out of that same craft paper, I just cut out a little teardrop shape, and then I just filled in the middle with some white, with that white chalk pin, and then I hot glued it to the back of the reindeer, and I think that turned out really cute. I went ahead and added some legs to my reindeer with these 4 paper towel rolls that I already had. I just hot glued them to the bottom of the box. Obviously, these aren't like super sturdy, so if you have heavy presents inside your box already, they might kind of collapse on you, so you might not want to do this part. You can leave your reindeer laying down, or use maybe some heavy dutier rolls, like maybe wrapping paper rolls or something like that. But I think this turned out really cute. How adorable would this be for a kid to wake up to and maybe have a few of them just kind of in a row? I think this is an awesome way to wrap a present. For this next idea, again, I'm going to use that craft paper. I just wrapped a box. You can wrap any present that you need to wrap, and then you can customize it. I picked up some acrylic paints at Dollar Tree. They also have finger paints by Crayola at Dollar Tree. So this is a great way to just personalize your gift you're giving somebody, like the grandparents or an aunt or an uncle. You can get the kids involved, and they can paint, they can put their handprints, you can put their footprints on them. It's really anything goes here. So what I'm doing is I just took some Q-tips because I didn't have any paintbrushes, and I am just painting some like little teardrop shapes onto all over the paper. And then I came back with a paint pen. You can use a Sharpie, whatever you have, and I'm just outlining the little shapes that I made and making them into bulbs. And then I just drew lines, little squiggly lines, connecting all of them together, and it just looks like it's wrapped with Christmas lights. I think this is so adorable and so cute. And again, you can personalize this to anything you'd like and use any paints or colors. Sticking with the Kraft paper as my gift wrap, I wrapped another box here and I'm going to personalize it this time to make it look just a little bit more elegant. I'm going to use these pearls that I got from Dollar Tree. I just have a bunch of them in a container that I have saved up for a while, and I just hot glued them to make it look like a tree. So just hot glued them into a triangle and then added a little base at the bottom with some more pearls. And then at the top, I just used some sparkly white ribbon and hot glued it to make it just look a little bit more elegant and pretty. And this was so simple, and it just elevates this wrapping paper so much without having to spend a lot of money or spend a lot of time on it. This next idea is great if you have money or gift cards or even jewelry to wrap. I picked up these boxes at Dollar Tree. They come in different colors, but I picked up the white ones. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap them though in some white tissue paper, just because the boxes have like a snakeskin texture to them. So I just kind of wanted to cover that up and then also give something to actually unwrap. So I'm going to make them into 3 little snowmen, and I'm going to use these pair of socks from Dollar Tree. I just cut one of the socks to make 2 hats for the tall one and the medium-sized one, and then the medium-sized one I just bunched up that top there where the heel would kind of be and just rubber band it. And then I made a small one for the smaller one out of the other sock. And then I just took a paint pen. You can take a Sharpie. I just drew on some eyes and a little mouth onto each one of these snowmen. They kind of look a little funky here without any noses, but we'll get to that. I did hot glue the hat on the little one just because it was not staying on very well. And then for the nose, I just used a Crayola orange marker that I had lying around. You can use paint or whatever you have lying around to make a cute little carrot nose. Next, I put some of these black wooden beads from Dollar Tree onto the longer one. That was the only one that it kind of made sense to put little buttons on, so you could actually put buttons on this if you didn't have the wooden beads. I just hot glued those down, and then each one of them needed a little scarf, so I found this red and white gingham print ribbon at Dollar Tree, and I just hot glued it around to each one of their necks and cut the little pieces off at the bottom at a point just to make it a little bit nicer, and I think that it looks really cute like this. I ended up adding these pre-made bows to each one of the snowmen, and I think this turned out so adorable. Again, it's just a great way to gift some money, gift cards, or jewelry, and it looks cute. For this idea, I'm going to use some tissue paper from Dollar Tree to wrap the present. They always have this coordinating tissue paper for the different holidays, ones with print on them and then plain colored ones that go with it. So I wrapped my gift in the little truck one with the trees, and then I'm going to take the rest of the tissue paper and just stack them on top of each other as evenly as I can, and then I am going to just fold it back and forth in an accordion style until it's all folded up. Then I tied it in the middle with a piece of twine, and then I cut off some of the ends and just rounded it out to make it a little bit smaller. You could actually cut all of your tissue paper down before you do this and probably get a few different puffs. I just made this big one. And then I just fluffed all of the paper out and then hot glued it down to the package. It just makes for a nice coordinating gift. You can add a ribbon wrapped around the gift that would also elevate it with this puff, tissue paper puff on top, and it would look so beautiful. This next idea, I'm going to use some fabric. This fabric is just from Dollar Tree in the craft section. They come in little rolls, and they're just little sections of fabric, and they are perfect to wrap a gift in. I'm going to wrap this candle. That's something that's kind of hard to wrap with wrapping paper, so it's easy and nice to be able to wrap it with some fabric. I just laid it in the middle, and then I just took the opposite corners, tied both those together and then took the other opposite corners, tied both of those together, and then I was left with 4 pieces, and then I just knotted those so that way everything was tied together. This is a nice, sustainable way to wrap a present instead of wasting wrapping paper. And then I just embellished it with these floral picks from Dollar Tree. They're just glittery leaves. I cut them down and just placed them, kind of tucked them inside of the fabric. And then I had this white snowflake glittery ornament that I just put on some twine, and I tied that around the top there. And that was it for this. I think it is super cute. You can wrap so many presents with fabric. It just elevates it. And especially if the person you're gifting to is like a sewer or something, they can reuse the fabric or they can put it in their decor. This last idea goes along with the fabric idea, and that is to use a dish towel to wrap your present. So I'm just going to unwrap my dish towel, and I'm wrapping a book in mine, so I just laid it on the inside there and I just folded over the edges. I used a little double-sided tape to stick those edges down, and then I flipped the book over, making sure to just line up the fabric. It helps that the fabric already has creases in it for this, so that way everything kind of lays a little bit nicer. And then I'm just going to tuck that bottom up underneath that top section there, and it's going to stay perfectly like it's wrapped, so you barely have to use, well, really you don't have to use any tape at all. I just wanted to use that double-sided tape just to make sure it didn't come unraveled. And then I took a little bit of ribbon and I tied a nice bow around it. And then I added some measuring spoons to the top. You could add wooden spoons or cups or whatever goes with your gift. And that I think this is a perfect thing to gift somebody. They can use the dish towel, they can use the gift on the inside, and it just works out for everyone all the way around. Well, that wraps up the Christmas DIYs for 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I hope everyone has a happy holiday, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.